In this video, I want to talk to you guys about how you can leverage your current job to make more money and how I've done that in my life in order to get better opportunities for myself and to ultimately increase my income to the point to where, now I'm earning over $300,000 a year as a 27-year-old man. And I don't say that, to brag or anything. I just say that because the things that I'm going to tell you in this video is it's proven. It's worked for me in my life, right? And there's just to be clear, man, there's plenty of people that are making way more money than me and that are far more successful than me. So I just want to just share this with you guys because this is the mentality that I've really, adopted in my life, and it's really helped me out when it comes to thinking about opportunities that I might be working in right now, and you know being able to maximize those opportunities and be able to squeeze as much as you possibly can out of those opportunities so that you can create better opportunities for yourself, right? And basically what this comes down to, it's funny, I call it monkey bar mentality. And that's basically, if you think of someone who's on monkey bars, they're swinging from one arm to the left arm to their right arm, then it's left arm to the right arm. They're going forward and they're going back and forth. That's how you have to look at the opportunities that you get in your life, right? Because one opportunity is going to ultimately lead you to another opportunity if you leverage it that way. And what I mean by that is this: if you have a job right now, let's say you're stacking boxes, whatever it might be, you will be far more appealing to a recruiter, to a business, to a company if you already have a job. I'm going to repeat that. It's much easier to get a new and better job if you already have a job right now. It's the same thing with girls. It's much easier. It's going to sound messed up, but it just is what it is. You guys can hate me, talk shit to me in the comments. Maybe do that just to be funny, but um, it just is what it is. Girls always think you're more attractive when you have a girlfriend. I mean, that's why you see people talking about this all over the place. I mean, it's like, why do I, the moment I get a girlfriend, all the other girls start liking me, and it's a real thing, man. You have to leverage the existing opportunity that you have, in this case, a career, to be able to get a better career, right? I've done that in my life. For the longest time, I had a little marketing agency coming out of college. I dropped out of college. I just created a marketing agency and I was hustling and doing that on my own for about 4 years straight. And what I ended up reaching out to another marketing agency, kind of a smaller, I think there's about 20 people there. Reaching out to them, and I ended up working with them. And I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not have had experience working for myself. And I wasn't even making that much money. I was making, maybe like $3,000 a month, as a business owner, doing it that way, just trying to figure it out. But I had no idea what I was doing. But anyway, I ended up getting connected to a marketing agency in New York, and I started working for them. And I worked for them for like 4.5 years, right? And I used that career to acquire a better career to where I got a much better job to where I was making a lot more money, right? But I didn't leave my job in order to do that, right? I started reaching out to recruiters and started reaching out to, submitting my applications on Indeed, submitting my applications on LinkedIn. I started doing all this different stuff that people do to get a job. But whenever they asked me, okay, well, what are you doing now? I let them know, hey, I'm working at this company and I'm doing this, right? And that carries a lot of weight. They see that, hey, you're not some bum who's just sitting on the couch, waiting for an opportunity. You already got something going on, you know? All the and from an employer's perspective, most of the good people out there that are going to be good candidates for the roles that they're hiring, most of those people are already working, right? If you're going to be, a salesperson, you're probably already selling. If you're going to be a public speaker, you're probably already selling. If you're going to be, a professional basketball player, you're probably already playing basketball professionally. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the reality. People who are doing whatever it is that they do and they are good at it, they're probably already doing it, right? So you want to find a way to get involved in some kind of business. It doesn't matter what it is, but figure out what it is that you want to do. Let's say it's being, let's say it's sales. Just keep it simple. Go work at a car dealership or go work at a retail store, selling protein powder, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter what it is. Go work anywhere to where you can get your foot in the door, get some experience doing that. Do that for 6 to 12 months. Build up a little bit of a little bit of time doing that, make some money. And then once you've already been there for a little while, then you start reaching out to other places. So instead of you selling supplements, let's say you start selling cars, okay? And then now you're doing that. Maybe you're selling cars for a year or two. Now you transition and now you're selling, high ticket courses online or something. Or, after you do that for a little while, now you're selling luxury real estate. And then after you do that, maybe you're selling, yachts and like super yachts and like super luxury items and all this different kind of stuff out there, guys. You get the idea. You use the opportunity that you have right now in order to create new opportunities for yourself and to help yourself stand out compared to the other people who might be applying for that position or might be fighting to get whatever opportunity that it is that you're looking to get. That's how you do it, guys. Monkey bar mentality, monkey bar mentality, monkey bar mentality. That's how you make it happen. And again, I'm speaking from experience here. I wouldn't have a lot of the opportunities that I have in my life if I didn't do that. So it's not about how much money you're making right now. And this is going to sound cheesy, but it's true. It's not about how much money you're making right now. It's about how much you can make by leveraging the current opportunity you have and how you can keep taking steps in the right direction, keep taking steps in the right direction, keep taking steps in the right direction. And if you can do this every single year, man, you'll look up after 3 or 4 years and you'll have an incredible opportunity in front of you just from you leveraging the the opportunities that you have right this moment, even though that might not be your end all be all. I hope I'm making sense here, guys, because it's very simple to do this. There's nothing complicated about it. It's just about working hard and leveraging the existing opportunity that you have right now. And, maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you say, hey, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, climb the corporate ladder. I want to own my own business. Well, that's fair. But I can tell you for a fact, man, one of my biggest regrets is that I just jumped right into business for myself and I didn't know what I was doing. Had I went and worked for a marketing agency as soon as I got out of college or dropped out or whatever it might be, even if I worked for them for free for a year or 6 months or a year and a half, 2 years, even if I didn't make any money, I would have left that agency with a ton of different skills that I can then go and plug into my business. And I would have been so much farther ahead, right? This is about building experience. This is about building real life skills that you can then apply to whatever it is you want to apply them to. If you want to go get a better job, go get a better job. If you want to create a business, go create a business. That's what you want to be able to do. You don't want to be the guy who's just working the same opportunity and not really leveraging that to get anything better because you're always going to stay stagnant if you do that. You want to be the person who's able to take one opportunity, and turn it into something that's way, way, way better than that. That's what you want to be able to do. And if you're using this monkey bar mentality that I call it, then you're going to be able to do that. It doesn't matter what it is. You could be working in a warehouse doing this, right? And then you work your way up to being a manager. And then you work your way up to going to another company to where you're able to manage other people. And maybe you're making more money. And then maybe you do something else, right? That's how it goes, right? But it doesn't happen unless you get your foot in the door. It doesn't happen unless you get connected to some kind of company to where you're able to learn those skills in the first place. Who cares about how much money you're making right now, man? When you're in your 20s, it's not really about making money, it's about building skills. You'll make plenty of money in your 30s, 40s, and 50s if you have a great skill set. But you have to prioritize those things that whenever you're building a house, man, you got to build the foundation first, pour the foundation. You don't just start, laying bricks. You have to pour the foundation and make sure that that foundation is sturdy before you start adding things on top of it. It's the exact same thing with your career, man. You have to build the foundation and ideally work for someone else for a little while. I mean, that's not a sexy thing to say because entrepreneurship is glorified nowadays, and I think rightfully so. But most entrepreneurs that are successful worked for somebody else. That's what people don't tell you. At some point in time, they worked for somebody else and they developed a lot of the skills that they use in their business. That's just how it works. So I think jobs are underrated, man. I think it's kind of crazy that you can get paid. You can literally get paid to go work for someone else and learn everything that they have learned in their entire career. It's when you think about it like that, it's kind of crazy. Jobs are very nice if used correctly. And if you can leverage your job to create a better opportunity for yourself, whether it's a better job or just a better opportunity, whether it's a business or anything, if you can leverage your current opportunity to create better opportunities, then man, the sky is the limit and you're going to be unstoppable in life if you just don't give up. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your feedback. Leave a comment, talk to me. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on everything. Tell me about, a situation where you used, your current opportunity to create a better opportunity for yourself. I'd love to hear that if you guys have any stories about that. So talk to me in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I hope this helps you guys out, guys. I hope this finds you well. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.